It's time for NFL over and under. So I have right now the win totals pulled up from it looks like the only two that have every single team at the moment is MGM and Bally's. Now, again, that might be different for the actual states where you can bet because Casino and I live in a state where basically you can't bet on anything outside of what MGM and like station casinos. I
Yeah.
think those are the only two. So we don't get DraftKings or any of the other ones here. But we're just going to go down the list. Give me just, you think it's going to be over, under, and then we'll pick ones that we think are going to be like vastly different from what they're projected to be, Casino.
Okay.
So let's start from the bottom and go up. Browns 5.5 over under. I'm not
Under.
writing this down. I'm not keeping
Under.
track of
We're just
anything.
gonna roll through them.
Yeah.
Under.
I also think it's under. And I think we can also say that with Saints for now. Saints is different because it has 4.5 or 5.5. So let's just put it at 5.
And this
Over
is on
under 5
BetMGM?
wins. Yes. So Bet MGM has it 4.5. Bally Sports has it 5.5. So that's why we're putting the number in the middle, 5 over under for the Saints.
Under.
I've already made it known on this podcast. I think Saints
Okay, I was like,
by a wide margin are going to be the absolute worst team in the league. I think the Browns at least have
who did I
pieces.
picked the Browns, right? I think I picked did I pick the Browns?
You
I don't
picked
even
the
remember.
Browns, I picked the Saints, but
Yeah.
regardless, you picked the Browns, I picked the Saints, and then we flipped those two as our second worst teams. So these two teams, I think, bar none, are going to be the worst two teams in the league. But at least I think Browns, they at least have players on their offense and defense. Saints, I mean, they have
The Saints
Olave.
really wanna actually be the worst team because then they have a shot at, any quarterback they want going into next season,
Yeah. Well, and
which
also
they had their
no.
shots to pick quarterbacks this time around, and they were just like, "Eh."
Didn't. But also, I don't know if I trust what is it? I don't know. I know he just helped us win a Super Bowl, but I don't know if I trust Kellen Moore as a head coach because again, and this is a thing constantly left out of the Jalen Hurts arguments, is every year of his college football career and NFL career, he's had a different coordinator. So just plugging and playing in these coordinators who aren't good after Jalen Hurts and are kind of mid to mediocre before him, I feel like that is Kellen Moore, right? Like when he left the Cowboys, their offense got better. When he went to the Eagles, like he had obviously Saquon Barkley, but it's kind of just been, I don't know, a rotating door at that position. So I don't know how much I trust him as a head coach, let alone a coordinator. So that's why I think I'm out just fully on the Saints. Like 4.5. You could make me really argue that if that line was 3.5, I would still probably go under. Like I think they're going to be bad, bad.
I
Uh,
agree.
and also, so does Vegas because next up we have the Jets that jump all the way to 6.5.
No, and
Or
if I just looked back and I actually had the Jets at my second worst, and I'm going under all day.
see, I like what the Jets have in terms of pieces. I just
I
don't think their coaching's good.
Their organization is just horrible, dude. I mean,
Yeah.
just horrible. No matter how we feel about Aaron Rodgers, they still had Aaron Rodgers last year,
Yeah.
right? And they still couldn't piece anything together. Like this organization is just horrible, dude. So
Well, also with
5, what
Aaron
was it? Six and a
Rodgers,
half under all
yeah,
day.
with Aaron Rodgers, this same team was 5-12. Now, like you said, they lost Devontae Adams, lost Aaron Rodgers, lost Sala, who again is a great defensive coordinator. I don't know how great of a coach he is, but we can say the same thing about what their new head coach is, Aaron Glenn.
Mhm.
So, and again, he was defensive coordinator for the Lions. The Lions, again, injuries hurt that defense, but it's not like that defense was lights out. It's kind of, this just feels like a rinse and repeat of the Salah hire, which is
All
just
day.
get the hot defensive coordinator, make him a head coach, and then just not worry about your offense at all, and that's why it sucks.
Yeah, the owners
So,
will just go and hide, and just make money.
which sucks because I know both you and I don't like Aaron Rodgers, but both you and I do like Justin Fields.
I do like
So,
Justin Fields.
yeah, I want him to succeed. I just don't think this is in the environment he can succeed in.
No, he went from dude, he's just not at an organization that's gonna help him be successful.
I know. I know. That's why I was kind of hoping he went to. I think he would have been interesting on like the Raiders or the Seahawks or even the Vikings, just like one of those
Yeah,
teams that was kind of looking for guys. But so both you and I, it's 6.5 or 5.5. I think we're still both going under 5, or maybe
yeah.
right at 5, like a
No,
push
Jets, I'm
5.
under.
Titans next, 5.5. That's an interesting one. I think
Mm.
I'm going over. I think the Titans are gonna be good this season because, again, last season, they had the worst quarterback in the league who was actively losing them games with Will Levis.
Yeah.
And now they're going to have a quarterback who in college was one of the most prolific passers, maybe in the
Yeah,
past
but
10
he's still
years in
gonna be
college.
he's still gonna be a rookie on a team that is not all there, so I think they're gonna be probably right around the 5 mark. I think this is almost spot on, but I think they'll be under by half.
Yeah, so they did hire Brian Callahan, who was the offensive coordinator for the Bengals for the past 5 years. So, I mean, he was with Joe Burrow. Obviously, in that time, Joe Burrow was a rookie, took him to a Super Bowl. So, but again, it's so dangerous when you just hire coordinators as head coaches because some are just born to be coordinators. But again, I'm
Josh McDaniels, and I hope that's the case going into this season.
yeah. But no, I feel like I'm much higher on the Titans than everybody else.
Yeah,
Uh,
you are.
Also a team I'm kinda high on as well, Giants, 5.5.
Mm-mm.
I think their
I mean,
defense is gonna be legit.
I think their defense is gonna be good, but their I just don't think their offense is gonna be good. But this will be my last team under 5. That's kinda where I'm at. Yeah, Giants under 5. They'll be 5 or under.
Yeah. I think honestly, I think this is like a 6, 7 win team. I think they're gonna win. Oh, that meme. 6, 7, 6, 7. My nephews and sons won't stop saying it. But I think they're gonna be right there just because I do like their defense. And I think again, they're gonna sneak up on some people and win some games 14-10. Like, I really think that's how this Giant season is gonna go. By no means do I think they're gonna be good, but they're gonna be better than 5 wins. Next up, a team I also think is gonna be much better than a lot of people think. The Carolina Panthers.
Yeah, so I do have them over. I like what Bryce Young did after he came back, after
He
Dalton
came
got
back a new
hurt.
man.
Yeah, after Dalton got hurt, he came back and I think he realized, "Oh shit, like I can be replaced quickly." Um, I like what he did, and I like that he showcased that he is a decent quarterback in the NFL, but I still think this team will struggle. I don't have them going over 6 wins, so I will say 6 is the mark, and they are under by half a game.
So they got the Tedero McMillan, the wide receiver from Arizona in the first round. They also have
Short
Adam
quarterbacks still
Thielen.
scare me, and, yeah, I get and I
I
just need
know.
to see what Bryce Young can do on a full season at the level he was playing at the end of the year.
Yeah.
He's gotta
So
sustain that, which I mean, to be determined.
yeah. Panthers last year finished the season 5-12. Their win total is, as we said, 6.5. I do think they're better. They're 2 wins better. I'm going to go over. I think they finish the season as a 7, 8 win team. I don't think they go into the playoffs or anything,
I would
but
like to see Bryce Young do well because,
so do I.
I don't dislike the guy.
Yeah. Next up, I think maybe the most interesting number on this whole board, which is Raiders at 6.5.
Yeah, okay. I have the Raiders right at 7, and they're gonna be a decent team, but they are going to be playing in the juggernaut of
Mhm.
a division. So I think that they can take care of the teams outside of their division, but they will lose all 6 most likely of their division.
So I actually just, and I agree with you. I
And
actually
I
just,
like the Raiders. I like what they did. I like what they did.
I know. Uh, and actually, the Raiders are one of the teams that they're actually two of my hot takes for the season. So
Okay.
when we get to hot takes, but I just found this out the
I
other
do have a
day.
hot take in this division, though.
Oh, but I found this out the other day, Casino, and it's time for NFL trivia right now. Obviously, I'm spoiling it by saying the Raiders, but the Raiders and what other team are the longest teams in the NFL currently on a playoff drought? Meaning, even if they have made the playoffs, they have not won a game in the longest time. So it's Raiders and who?
Is it the Cowboys?
No.
Okay.
It
Just
so
felt
the
like that's what it should have been here. Let me look through all the teams real quick. One sec, one sec, one sec.
So I will just tell you, Raiders are
No, no.
second. It's been 22 seasons.
Hold on.
The
I'm looking. Nope, 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 nope. Is it the Arizona Cardinals?
It is not.
Okay, who
It
is it?
is another AFC team.
Well, I know it's not the Jets.
So
The
the Jets are tied for third with 14 seasons.
Yeah,
The
because I was gonna
Raiders
say
are
because they had their
second.
2011 season. I remember that.
Yes. The Raiders are second with 22 seasons. The team in
Mm.
first has been 24 seasons without a postseason win.
Give it to me.
The Miami Dolphins. Isn't that shocking? The Miami, and this is from Yahoo Sports. Miami has the second longest playoff win drought as they last won a playoff game in the 2000 AFC wildcard game against the Indianapolis Colts. So since then, they have made the playoffs one, two, three, four, five. They are obviously 0-5 in those playoff games.
Damn, they've only made the playoffs 5 times in the last 25 years.
Yeah, that's crazy. Which is
Well, I mean, it
crazy
makes I mean,
because
it makes sense because in that division, I mean, with the Patriots being so dominant, the teams had to have won a wild card spot, you know?
but then again, you look at the Jets and it's only 14 seasons. I feel like if you ask anybody who's been the worst
And
team over the
I
past
remember that
25
season.
years,
Ugh.
yeah, who's been the worst team in that division in the past 25 years? I feel like everybody would say
The
the
Jets won
Jets.
that division, dude.
I
They won
know.
that year.
That's crazy. Yeah, and also their last playoff win, the Jets, came in the 2010 AFC divisional round against your New England
I
Patriots.
knew
That's that's crazy. God, they were in the AFC Championship game that year. They lost to the Steelers. What a crazy
thank
year that
God for
was.
the Steelers.
I know. A Jets
Alright.
what? That would have been
Uh-huh.
Jets. Oh, that would have been Jets Packers. What a
Yeah.
weird Super Bowl that would have been.
Alright, so what do we got next?
So that was Raiders 6.5. I'm going over. I think this is a 8. I think this is a potentially a wild card playoff team. I really do. I think you can
I wouldn't get through that. You can convince
in
me
that
into
division.
7. You can convince me into 7, maybe 8, but that's in the AFC, that's not gonna be sniffing wild card.
Well,
I think you have to be right around the 10 mark to hit the wild card in the AFC.
uh yeah. Well, I honestly think they're going to be very similar to the Bengals last year, where Bengals finished 9-8, Raider, and it was like, oh well, if they would have won one more, if the chips fall their way, they're in the playoffs. I think
Mm,
that's kind of where we're at with the
fair
Raiders.
enough. So we understand one of your hot takes. Let's go.
That is going to be one of them. Next up, this number is fucking insane to me, like legitimately insane. Colts 7.5. What are what? What is happening on this Colts? Their quarterback position battle right now is Daniel Jones or Anthony Richardson.
Mhm.
What in what scenario is this a 8-win team? This is under, and I think this is like my lock for under.
This isn't I will put an under on this as well.
Also, one of the few teams you can get at 7.5 in like all sports books. Gee, I wonder why. I wonder why you can bet this one specifically because that number's crazy. That number's insane. Jaguars 7.5. Our former MVP,
Ugh.
our former pick
Um,
for MVP.
I I'm gonna say under. I just don't trust him.
I don't trust him either.
I just don't trust him.
Obviously Duval, that head coach, I don't think he's a head
Duval.
I don't think he is a head coach at all. Again, I'm very weary on coordinators, especially when they have just awful press conferences, and that's one of the worst you're ever going to see. No way. He could potentially have lost the locker room with that
Oh,
Duval.
guaranteed.
Ugh, but again, I think I really like Doug Peterson. Obviously, won my team their first Super Bowl. And if he can't do anything with this Jaguars team, there's no way that guy walks in the door and all of a sudden this is a 12-11 win team. No
No,
way.
no way.
Under.
So we got 3 more 7.5s. Let's go. What's next?
Mine are not in order. I don't know.
Oh,
They're just all sprung about. I don't know why. But next up, Seahawks at 8.5 and 7.5. So let's put the number at 7 for the Seahawks.
uh, I say over.
Really? So this is you. Are you mounting? Are you planting your flag on Sam Darnold Mountain?
I'm planting my flag on the Seahawks. They've got rid of some drama, right?
True.
And with Metcalf, they're bringing in Sam Darnold, who just had a career year, and I think if they can fix him being under pressure and get him to be able to figure out how to get the ball out of his hand or protect him, this team can be good. I think they did a lot of good stuff in the offseason. So I can see this team being an 8-win team.
Okay. Yeah, I don't think that's crazy. I just think also with their division, Rams are going to be good. 49ers have the easiest schedule in the league. Cardinals are usually feisty early. Like, I just think with, and again, Sam Darnold, I like Sam Darnold, like you said, but I don't know if I'm ready to plant my flag. I need to see it one more season. He has
That's fair.
another, I don't even need him to have like an MVP caliber season. Just have a decent season, and I will join you on that mountain.
Well, I'm not throwing him all the way up to double digits. I mean, I'm going a half a game over what the line is here.
And yeah, that's true. Falcons 7.5.
Under.
I also think under. I heard somebody yesterday, I don't know what clip or show I was listening to, but somebody was like, "Oh yeah, Michael Penix Jr. He's a good quarterback." It's just like, is he? Is he a good quarterback? When have we
I
seen him be a good quarterback?
I think I mean, he can throw the ball. He's got really good precision on his throws, but I don't think he can do it by himself, and I don't trust the Falcons to have the pieces there or the coaching there to get him to where he needs to be. So I think this team is like a 6-win team at best.
Last year, he finished 3 touchdowns, 3 interceptions, 58% completion percentage, 775 yards.
Yeah, but he honestly that you got to look at a little. I know you need to be ready as an NFL backup, but they paid Kirk Cousins so much money. I don't think he even thought about sniffing a starting spot.
Yeah, and again, when you look at the Falcons, like they got some pieces. Again, I sent you that thing where in training camp, Kyle Pitts looks amazing. Everybody's
Ugh,
talking about Kyle Pitts. I know I'm going to draft him on my fantasy league. I know he's not going to do anything. And I'm going to remember this moment and be like, why would you believe this again? But uh,
moving
I
on.
just, I just think under. I have no faith in this
So here's
Falcons
my
team.
favorite one, and I think you and I both will agree on this. 7.5 Cowboys.
7.5 Cowboys. That's
For
well, I have it 7.5, 8.5. So
okay,
that's
well,
eight.
I'm going off of BetMGM here.
So well, the number's eight casino. Eight over under. 8 wins.
It's showing me 7.5, but you know what? Regardless, under.
I also
I'm pounding that under, dude, all day. I'm gonna bend it
I
over. I'm gonna bend this over this over
mhm.
pound it. There we go. I don't know. It's gonna get screwed either way. I don't
Well,
know.
I don't know if you know my allegiance or not, casino, but
No,
Ah,
I just don't think this team's gonna be good. I mean, Dak has finally proven that, he's a good quarterback. Like, I think Dak is a good quarterback.
he's
I don't
literally the definition of good, like,
Yeah.
definition of good quarterback. Yeah.
Oh, yeah, he's a good quarterback. He's not great. He's not great,
No,
but
he's
he's
not
not
great, he's
bad.
not bad, he's
He's
good.
good. He's a good
Yeah.
quarterback. And I feel bad for him because Jerry Jones is just giving a billion people every I don't know how he's able to give more people money.
Well, he also gave Dak Prescott money.
I
Like,
know,
he gave him a
even more
shitload of
money.
money. So, but
Oh,
but again, Casino, you're forgetting they got George Pickens. So that is a 7-8 win bump right there,
yeah.
according to that one clip we did. And then everybody
Yeah.
was like, "What are you talking about? It's George Pickens." Like, "Oh, I'm sorry, did I miss something? It's George Pickens." Like, okay, and he was on the Steelers all those years they didn't make the playoffs. Like, what are
You
we
know what you
doing
almost
here?
did right there? You almost did your Jerry Seinfeld impression.
Yeah, it's just I don't know.
It's a
This
good
is
impression, by the way.
yeah, but I agree with you Casito. I think that number I feel like 8 is the number, but obviously if I have to go 9 or 7, I think that's the Cowboys are a 7-win team, especially in that division. Commanders are better. I obviously think Giants are going to be better. I think obviously the Eagles are going to be of a Super Bowl caliber team, like under. Next up, Casino. Interesting one here. The Dolphins 7.5.
Dolphins 7.5. Hmm. I'm going ooh, that's gonna be a tough one.
I
Uh,
also feel like Dolphins are one of those teams where everybody just appears to be out on them. Like I've already seen the Mike McDaniel's
yeah,
first coach fired. Like, uh,
I'm gonna go under. I'm gonna say they're at 7.
yeah, I think I would agree, even though I love their offense, but again, Tua makes me nervous for the obvious reasons. Their backup
What are you
though,
talking about? I don't remember.
yeah. Their back their backup though is this podcast's favorite quarterback,
That
Zach Wilson.
motherfuck that motherfucker himself.
Zach Wilson, baby. If Tua misses some games, let's hope he doesn't. But Zach Wilson stepping in. Zach Wilson redemption tour? Maybe.
I have a
Maybe.
different redemption tour.
Ooh. Next up, Casino. Steelers, 8.5.
Steelers, I'm gonna go over. I think that they will still hit their mark.
Do you
I know
think
there's a lot I still know there is a lot of talent on that team, and there is a lot of probably gonna be butting heads by midseason, but they are still pros, and they will still get the job done enough to get him still over his 50% mark. And when I say him, I mean Tom, I almost did it again. Uh,
Mike Tomlin?
yeah, I almost said Tom Coughlin again.
I
Again,
really
2 weird like, I can't believe I get them mixed up because they are wildly different.
Yeah. I think honestly, the NFC, I think could be a lot different than it was last year. I think AFC, when you look at the teams that made the playoffs, like I really don't think there's going to be any difference. AFC,
I think the wild card, I mean, there's just a couple spots in the wild I think maybe the bottom 2 wild card spots are possibly up for debate, but besides that, everything is gonna be almost locked again.
yeah. And again, with the wild card, what? It's going to be I think pretty much every team in the AFC West, right? Like I think Raiders will be one of those teams fighting for it the last couple weeks. Your Patriots, I know is your
I
team. You think is
uh,
going to be fighting for a wild
I
card?
think they'll be fighting for it whether they get it or not. I mean, we'll see, but again, I think that mark for the wild card, the last spot is gonna be at 10, and that's where I have the Pats is gonna be a 10-win team. So, give it give it what you
Yeah.
think.
Well, 10 and 7, yeah, was the last 2 wild card teams
Right,
last year
right, and the
with
AFC because the AFC is a good, conference, so I think you have to at least hit that 10 mark to have the shot.
yeah, and I think Steelers will make the playoffs. I think they were 10 and 7 last year. I think they've only gotten better. They have to
I
be
think at the end of the season, it's gonna come down to whoever has the head-to-heads.
yeah, I
I think
agree.
there's gonna be, like, 4 or 5 teams possibly right at that 10 mark that are gonna go head to head.
Yeah. So I think both you and I Steelers over. This number again, this is much like the uh what number? The Colts 7.5, Cardinals 8.5. What? Where are we
Under,
getting the 8 wins for the Cardinals?
under.
Like last year, this team was 8-9. So
Yeah.
they
And
think
who's
this
in their
team
division again?
well, that was also a year where the 49ers fell off. Like Seahawks and Rams were good. So now this year, everybody thinks
But
Rams
I
are going to
have
be
all
better.
3 of those teams better. I have the Seahawks,
Yeah.
Rams, and, Niners all better. And Niners not mainly because of personnel, but mainly because they got the easiest schedule in the league.
Yeah.
And no matter
Well,
how we feel about their coach, he's still a decent coach enough to get him to the finals and choke. So,
yeah, exactly. So again, Cardinals were 8-9 last year. Everybody, the Vegas thinks they got one win better. Like, please show me where. Show me where Kyler
bend
Murray
over
is
and I'll show
still.
you.
That's under all day. Under all day 8.5. I feel like the locks right now. I feel like I would lock Cardinals 8.5 under, Falcons 7.5 under. I would lock, and then
Colts.
probably, yeah, Colts. Well, Colts and Jaguars, honestly, I would go under.
Alright.
Next up, casino. We're zooming through them. Bears 8.5.
Bears, I think over.
I do too. That's the one.
I
That's
like Bears,
interesting.
and I do have them in a hot take, which we probably should get through these a little quicker because we're already 35 minutes in. We got some hot takes to do.
I
Or is
know.
this just gonna be a long episode? Who knows? I mean, both of my kids are sleeping. My wife's out of the house. My dogs are they love their crate, so they're just chilling in their crate, sleeping on their beds in there.
Yeah.
Awesome.
And my kid is in school. The other one's with his mom.
Oh,
All my dogs are
school started
sleeping.
already for private
Well,
school?
for he's doing summer school, which for his age, because he's 4, it's literally just he goes there and finger paints. Like
Oh,
that's
yeah,
it. That's I mean,
100%.
what else are they gonna teach him? But let me fix
Not
that.
to throw the finger paint? Not
Yeah.
to eat the
Well,
finger
he
paint?
did just get an award for learning all the sounds of the alphabet, his letters, and
Oh,
then he
dude, my
read a
kid's way
book.
behind then.
Yeah.
Well, she only did a half a semester of pre-K, so she'll be doing her full year of pre-K this year, so,
There you
um,
go.
yeah.
There you go.
Yep.
Uh, I love how we just said we need to hurry up and then just went on a
Sorry.
tangent about
Our kids in pre-K. Hmm.
so these we can a couple of these we could just go right past. Patriots 8.5.
My call is over.
Eight and a
That's fine,
half.
you call 'em I think you had them at 8. That's fine, you can go
I
under.
do. I have them at 8.
Yeah.
Yeah, there were 4 wins last year. I think they doubled their wins. So I go 8. We did Cowboys, Commanders. This is an interesting one. 9.5. Last year they were a 12-win team. Now they're all the way down to 9.5.
I'm still
I
going over.
I think I might have them at 9.
That's
So
fair.
I would
I
go
think
under.
I'm gonna go over.
I would go under at 9.5 or at 9.5 because I just have them as a
Yeah.
9-win team.
I have them as a 10-win team.
Also right at 9.5, there's a bunch of really interesting ones. Packers, let's just throw them together because they're in the same division. Packers and Vikings, both 9.5.
Packers over and Vikings under. I think Vikings will go 9.
So Vikings last year went 14-3. Obviously, that was kind of like a miracle season.
Yeah.
Packers 11-6. I'm also seeing a lot of hot takes about the
Packers winning the Super
Packers.
Bowl.
Yeah, Packers being the best team in the NFC, Jordan Love being the best
No way.
quarterback in the
They're
NFC.
not the
Like,
best team in the NFC because the
they're not
best
the best
team
team in their
in
division.
no.
I think honestly, I think I would go over for Vikings and 10. See, but again, I think Vikings will be a 10-win team. That's still 4 games less than they were last year.
Yeah.
Packers, I also think will probably be a 10-win team. I still think this division is going to be
I
good,
think the
but
Packers could be 11.
Yeah. So I'm going over for both those, but not by much. Not I think because again, it's 9.5. I think I would go 10 for both of them.
Mhm.
10, 11. Rams 9.5. I'm going over. Rams are
Over.
the
Over.
offseason darling.
Yeah.
Everybody loves this Rams team.
Yeah. Over.
Only thing that scares me is obviously Stafford's age. He's had an injury history of the past. That would be my only concern with the Rams. Next up, this is also insane to me. Bengals 9.5. I'm going under. Last year, they were 9-8 with one of the worst defenses we've ever seen, and Joe Burrow playing the best season of football, maybe a top 5 best quarterback season ever, and this was a 9-8 win team.
I'm
Under.
going over. I'm going 10,
Oh,
maybe even 11.
oh my god. I think the Bengals, maybe a
They
preview of my hot
improved
takes.
preview of my hot takes. They
And
improved on the
also
they improved on that defense. They got him some weapons. They improved that O-line a bit.
but they didn't. They didn't get him some weapons. They just re-signed the weapons he already had.
No, they got a couple people in the draft.
Well, yeah, the guy they got in the draft literally just signed yesterday. Finally, which actually I'm happy about because both you and I like the Bengals, but I'm kind of sad about because I would have liked to have seen him go back into the draft and that whole thing just because it would have been like, we've never seen this before. I
Yeah.
think that would have been interesting.
And
Uh
anyway,
next up, Buccaneers 9.5.
over.
I also think
Dude, the
over.
Bucks are gonna be good.
Last year they were 10-7. They're playing in divisions where who knows what the Panthers are going to be. Falcons, again, who knows what the Falcons are going to be. Saints are going to be one of the top
They're gonna
3
walk away
worst
with
teams in
6
the
they're
league.
gonna walk into the season with 6 wins.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like, how is they finished 10-7 last year? Their division is arguably as bad or worse. How are they only 9.5?
Yeah.
This really feels like an 11, 12, 13 win team.
Dude,
It really does.
I'm high on the Bucks, bro.
I'm also high on the Bucks. Next up, Chargers 9.5.
This one you'll be a little shocked here with me. Chargers, I'm gonna go under. I'm gonna say they're in a 9.
They have 9.
That's what I'm gonna go with.
Ooh, that is interesting. What were last year? They were. I know they made the playoffs. They were 11-6.
Yep,
So you think they get 2 wins worse?
I do, and that's not because I think they're a bad team.
You, yeah, that's just because you think the division's going to be so much better.
Yep.
You know what? I'm kind of with you. I think this is a 9-win team. Again, we
I
both
know
like
you
Harbaugh.
I know how you feel about, Herbert, so
Well, I mean, Casino, the insert 20-minute rant about Justin Herbert. But
we're not gonna insert that rant. Just go watch every other episode that you make. It's
yeah,
either a Justin Herbert rant or a Jalen Hurts rant.
yeah,
Which, by the way, I got some feedback on the Jalen Hurts rant. Um, it's a dead horse. We understand where
just
you're
beating
taking.
it.
Yeah.
Yeah. Again, I wouldn't bring it up. I keep seeing it in all these other talk shows. It's just I saw one yesterday, a clip
Oh,
where
here we go.
no,
I'm
no,
sorry.
no. This isn't a rant on Jalen Hurts. I saw one of the hosts being like, Philly fans, they won't stop talking about Hurts. It's like every time I turn on a sports show, it's like Cam Newton slams Jalen Hurts. And then you have another guy being like, Jalen Hurts isn't even a top 10. It's like, I haven't seen one Philly fan bring him up. I've seen responses from
I
Philly
have.
fans. I mean, me, yeah. But I've just seen responses from Philly fans just being like, "Has everyone gone insane?"
All
It's
right.
it's crazy.
Moving on. Getting this bus
Uh
moving.
Next up, Texans 9.5
Ah, mm, I'm gonna say one half a game over. I think they'll finish right around that 10 mark.
for Texans.
Yep.
Yeah, they were 10 wins last year in an AFC South. That again, much like how we were talking about the other division with the A or the NFC South, AFC South didn't get better. Like Titans, I think are going to be vastly improved. They were still a 3-win team last year. Jaguars, you and I have no faith in. Colts, I have no idea why anybody thinks the Colts will be good. So Texans, again, they dealt with a lot of injuries last year. I'm going over. I'm going way over. I think the Texans are going to be good. Their defense was good last year. Their offense would have been better if literally everyone wasn't hurt. I think Texans are going to be sleeper pick for like really, really good this year. Next up, also a team that I've seen everybody like staking their claim, and that's going to just be amazing this year. The Denver Broncos, 9.5.
I'm going over. I'll get into that.
Yeah, I'm going over as well. It's 9.5. Yeah, because what? Last year they were 10. So I don't
I'll
see
get into that. Don't worry.
well, again, they added a bunch of defensive pieces to a defense that was
Mhm.
already great. Again, the sophomore slump scares me with any quarterback. So I don't yeah, but they're gonna be over 10. Even if they're at 10, that's still over 9.5. Next up, Lions 10.5.
Over. I know
Ooh.
they're gonna take a step back, but I mean, again, they crushed it last year.
Yeah, they're not well, again, we would say, are they 4 games worse than they were last year, losing both coordinators? But then they're getting pieces back on defense. Is this an 11-win team?
Yes.
I'll go under. I'm gonna go
Okay.
10 wins. I think this is a 10-win,
You're insane.
Lions team. I think they lost enough where they dropped 5 games.
Okay.
Next up, 49ers at 10.5. Again, the 49ers last year were 6-11. They are now projected to be an 11-win team. That's crazy. I don't care how
Um,
easy their schedule is. That's crazy.
yeah, and I do think this division will they think they're gonna probably walk in all hot and stuff, but
They think they're
I
gonna
s
basically double their win
yeah,
total from last year.
I don't. I have them as a 10.
Does everybody forget they lost every defensive starter
Yeah,
last year? Like almost every one.
and they're still banking,
Like,
and there's and no matter how much we like Purdy, they're still banking on Christian McCaffrey. I guarantee you he gets hurt again.
yeah, that's he's already up for comeback player of the year because again, he's every other year he just gets hurt. Like
Yeah,
it's
I
Kittle is
I think he's gonna
injury
get hurt
prone.
again.
Yeah,
I think
I
he's gonna get
just
hurt again.
again, an 11 win team. Like, I think even if you think the 49ers are going to be great this season, that's still 10 wins. 11, 12 wins. Like, get out of here. Under. Next up, Chiefs 11.5. Again, last season they were 15-2.
I wanna
This
know
one's
your
hard.
take.
Uh 11.5. I still think they go over. I think this is a 12-win team. I think they're
Nope.
gonna be better than they were last year, but I think they're gonna be a
I think they're gonna
better
be worse.
I think they're gonna be a better team than they were last year, but they're gonna lose more games. Because last year they had a bunch of really fluky one-score games, but they weren't playing
Yeah,
that well.
they were 11-0 in one-score games.
Yeah, so that's not gonna happen this year.
Mm-mm.
So I think they're gonna
I
fall
have them
back.
going under. I actually have under.
11?
I think
11
they're
or
gonna be
10?
I think they're gonna be at 11.
See, that wouldn't surprise me. I think
Yep,
that's a number where, yeah, I could see over under. Eagles over under 11.5.
over,
Ooh, see, I think they're an 11-win team, 11, 12
over,
wins.
over,
Their schedule's much
over,
harder, but
over,
yeah, I think I'm going
over.
over. 12 minimum.
Come on,
12
over,
minimum. Uh Also, the Ravens 11.5. I also think
over.
over. Over.
See,
Last year,
this is now where we're just gonna get into the overtime.
well,
Over,
this
over.
one this one's crazy to me. Out of all these teams we've just talked about, Vegas has the Bills as the best team in the league at 12.5.
I have them going over.
So last year they went 13-4. You think
Yep,
they're a 13-win team again?
I think they are.
I would go under.
I think that's where I'm gonna put them again, right at the 13.
See, I would put them as a 12-win team, a 10, 11, 12-win team. I think 13's way too high. Way
No,
too high.
I think the Ravens and the Bills will both be right at that 13 mark,
Yeah, I
and
could
not the Chiefs. And that's not
uh
because I wanna see the Chiefs, as I've given my reasons why I think the Chiefs are gonna slip, when we were doing our power rankings. But
yeah.
I gotta see it. There I still think the Chiefs are gonna be good, But when it comes to now, we're talking over unders. As you said, they will lose more games, but they'll look like a better team.
Yeah, I
Yeah,
think that's I'm pretty that's where my mindset is at the moment.
yeah.
It's
But
just
I think this is a year where the Chiefs, I know I say it every year, but again, my reasonings of why, on why these things, and they lost their left tackle. They're that line's not going to be as good for Patrick Mahomes. Also, Kelsey looks like he's done. I'm surprised he even did this coming season, and that's his security blanket. So I'm really concerned for that team. And I think those reasons alone right there will be the two reasons why the Ravens or the Bills will take them this year.
yeah,
And
yeah.
another and one other team. And we'll
But
get into
how
that with
many
hot takes.
but again, how many seasons do we do where we just go, "Up, this is the Bills' year. This is the Bills' year," and then
Yeah,
it just
but
the same
that
thing
was
happens every
just trying to
time?
be hopeful. This time, I again, the offensive line's gonna be weak this year for them, and his security blanket, one of the greatest tight ends to ever play the game on the Mount Rushmore of tight ends, is pretty much at the end of his career.
Yeah, I don't know.
Because when
I
tight
don't
ends
know.
start to go, tight ends go quick.
No, that's very true. And last year, was definitely cause for
Mhm.
concern, so, I mean, we'll see. And that was NFL Over Under.